Hi, it's good to see you back. Um, let's work on Friday the 30th, okay? Oh, please like, subscribe, do all the great things for the algorithm, comment. Let's get started. For the alpha female, the emotional number is 41. Reality is dominating emotion. Um, that just means your heart's worried about the reality, the people around you, the situation in the world, things like that. That's what's on the heart of the alpha female. The thoughts are about being an initiate. What can you do to make things better? How can you guide the situation into a better place for everyone? That's the mental energy for the alpha female for the 30th. The because number, what I mean by because number is you're doing whatever's going on because of this reason. And for the alpha female, the because number is 32. Belief is dominating mental. My belief system is causing me to do the things that I do. That's reality multiplied by the new understanding that I have. So, because of the new understanding, the bottom line reality is seen. It's unwanted. Uh, so, it's probably not a good reality that I'm seeing. Also, what others see about me, it goes in both directions. So, what I glance at across as I look out, like if I'm standing up on top of a hill, the truth that others can see about me and the truth that I see about others is unwanted. But the truth is seen clearly. So that is the alpha female for Friday. So now let's move to the alpha male for Friday, the 30th. The alpha male will be seeing the results from the initiate. Their emotional number is 50. So in their heart, they will see that the initiate is having a reaction on people, that it's the initiate is manifesting. The mental energy for the alpha male is 14. Emotion is dominating reality. So that 2 times 7, mental energy has had enough of the situation, which means that your mental thoughts, your thoughts will be about, I can see how, what she's doing. I can see the results from it. I understand the have had enough is causing, is the mental behind it. And that's what you're thinking along those lines, the alpha male. The because number is 23. Because mental is dominating belief. That, the alpha male is basically saying that I can see the results of the initiate. And so I know how this is happening. And the because number is because mental is dominating belief. You will see that others are believing in the things that I'm saying. And so it is causing a situation to that happen that you normally would not see. So you're seeing the manifestation of it, of the initiate. And because of that, the bottom line is unwanted emotion is dominating belief. You will see the reality because when the 13 added 1 plus 3 is 4, so that's clearly seen. So what you believe or what you see, you clearly believe, and what you clearly see, you believe. So that's basically where the alpha male is at for Friday. You understand the situation and you know what's happening and you know how and why the change is occurring that you see. That's going on for the alpha male on Friday the 30th. So now we'll move to the female. Let me quickly go over this. When I'm stating the female's initiate or the female spirit, I don't necessarily mean uh, women, girls, whatever. I mean the feminine energy, because you can have males that are emotional, that are working in their emotions. They're not using their brains, which is, you typically think of males as using their brains more, and you think of the females, right? But it's not, it's usually opposite. So the female is usually, I find a lot of times, to be a male person. And they're using their emotions more than they're using their thinking. They're responding, uh, coming from their emotions. That's where their response is coming from. So when I say the female, usually that's typically a male that is going to experience this. So the female for the 30th, for Friday, will be initiate, the emotional side. Initiate is holding position. The female will see that, yeah, what she's saying is holding true. In your heart, that's what you'll feel. In your mind, you will think that mental is dominating belief. You're thinking, because of your heart is hearing, feeling this initiate is holding position. Uh, and usually the female is looking toward the alpha male, and the alpha male is seeing results, or they're seeing the manifestation from the initiate. So the female is thinking about the alpha male. The initiate is holding with the male, and it's because the thoughts are being believed. That's what the female will be thinking, because we're all in a relationship with the people around us. So the female is usually the one chasing after the alpha male or the alpha female, but anything to the left on the chart is what you chase. Anything to the right of you is usually chasing you. So the female, it pays attention to the alpha male, and the alpha male is seeing the manifestation. So the female is holding, the initiate is holding position. Because if the alpha male, who is usually quicker and more on ball with what's going on, the female would take that direction from the alpha male. And the alpha male is putting out this initiate is manifesting. And so the female is saying the initiate is holding position. So that's the emotions for the female. The mental energy will be, mental is dominating belief. That's going to be what you're thinking. Mental is dominating belief and holding position over the alpha male. The alpha male is believing because you're watching the alpha male. The because number is 14, because emotion is dominating reality, because the initiate is holding, because this is all happening and dominating reality. The bottom line is unwanted mental motives are revealed. So Friday, everyone will be able to see the unwanted truth about the female, and the female will be able to see the unwanted truth, the unwanted motives behind the situation, behind the alpha male, because the alpha male is believing unwantedly, the emotion is believing. So the females motives will be revealed. So you will be clearly seen on Friday. Most males will be seen for the reasons that they do the things they do on Friday. It will be a clear day for most people. Well, for everybody, it will be a clear day because the bottom line is 4. So everybody will see the truth on Friday, tomorrow. So anything that you think is hidden, it's not hidden. You will see others and they will see you. Everyone will know the score. Everyone will know what's going on tomorrow. It will be clearly seen in whatever situation you have going on. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on to, sorry, the male. Now, once again, I'm not talking about a male in a person male. I'm talking about the energy of a person living in the male aspect. And when you consider the male is usually a more, the type of person that is all about, well, working with both. You're working with the mental side of it and the female side of it, but you're usually the most open to doing bad stuff. You hear a bad influence and you're down for it. You're like, okay, yeah, because you're chasing everything. You know what I mean? You're chasing all 3, anything else that's out there, you're chasing it. You want it. So it doesn't matter whether it's female, alpha male, alpha female, excuse me, it doesn't matter. You're chasing after it. And so, you're trying to get into a better position because most likely you are in the worst position of anyone. You're not controlling anything. You are on the bottom line of you're getting the results from everybody. So anybody who has a bad day, it's going to fall back on you. I mean, it's going to trickle down to you or the one that's going to be behind it. So, you're trying to maintain this chaotic life and it's difficult. So that's why I'm, trying to do these things so you can see the reality of the thing, where people's thoughts are and how they're responding to their world and how you are going to be affected by their world. They have a bad day, they're going to most likely pass it on to you because they're going to be thinking you caused this to happen, or, because of you, I was doing these kinds of things. And so you don't, you really need to be paying attention to what's going on around you because you're getting smacked from all directions. So your emotional number for male for Friday, the 30th, is 68. That's authority is learning new levels of understanding. And this could be that those around you are learning. Well, I would say because, it says the female is, bottom line's reality is a negative 22. So the female is really understanding because they can see clearly everyone's motives and they can see their own motives. And they're a step above you, meaning that they are paying more attention and responding a little bit quicker than you are to the situation. And you are chasing after them because you're the male. So your emotional number will be authority, man, mankind, God. Is dominating a new level of understanding. You're coming into a understanding of how things are working. You're starting to pay attention and take notice of, wow, because they're feeling this, they're doing this, and then boom, I get hit. So it does behoove you to try to help them because it does come back to help you. Let's see, so 68. Also, 2 times 34, was that 4 times 17? So it's reality and you've had enough, because you do want things to get better, because right now everybody's having a difficult time, but you're having the worst time. You are taking everything on the chin, everything in the butt bad. I mean, it's coming down on you, and you're not maintaining the energies the way you need to maintain them to put yourself into a better position. You're basically you're living in the middle of the storm and not changing things for the better for you or anyone else. So your emotional number is 68. Your emotions are learning that there is an authority out there, and you're either going to be punished by it or you're going to learn from it, or both. Your mental number is 32. Belief is dominating everyone's thoughts. This is what's going on. Everybody believes these thoughts, this information that's going around. We have 32, 4 times 8. The because number is 23. Because mental is dominating reality, or mental is dominating belief. Because of that, the bottom line reality is unwanted belief is dominating emotions. I know that you live in a world where I can do whatever I want. Yes, you have that ability, but that is not always the best thing for you. You know, you take a child, you can give it freedom and let it do whatever it wants, and that child will probably get hurt because they uh, play with munches when they shouldn't. They touch the stove, not knowing or caring that it could be hot. Oh, I'll do what I want to. I'll touch this stove if I want to. That's not the best way to handle your life, but yet that is how you are handling your life. And that's why things are rough. Until you begin to pay attention to these cues, people usually talk about things that they have learned to be an intelligent thing, that they need to respond to the truth and understand the stove is hot. Don't touch it. Don't play around with the stuff you can't handle. Unless you're a cook and have been trained to cook, don't go near the stove because it's hot. You have to have some kind of understanding and some kind of control in your life to say, I'm not going over there. Even though everything inside of you is saying, go touch it, go touch it. Just because, you want to prove them wrong, or because you want to prove that you have no authority over your life. You want to live that feral cat life, but the feral cat doesn't get fed too much. The feral cat gets kicked around a lot. You don't want to be in that situation. And you're tired of getting burnt. I totally get that. But until you get the understanding that the stove is hot, don't touch it, you are very apt to be burnt, and burnt by everyone around you, because once again, you're on the bottom rung of, I feel for you. I really do. And I want to help. And the only way that I can help is by telling you that the stove is hot. If you're hearing it from other people and not believing them, I'm telling you right now, the stove is hot. Don't touch it. Don't mess with it until you are able to deal with the amount of energy that's coming out of it. Okay? So that is for tomorrow, the 30th. You have these 4 types of individual in the world. You will have an alpha female, an alpha male, a female, and a male. Once again, the female and the male pay attention to social cues and social rules and society rules a lot less than the alpha female and the alpha male. And it could look as like being bored. They live in a boring world. They don't take the risk. Well, they still take the risk, but you may not know what kind of risk that they're taking or what kind of fight that they're fighting, because they're on another level. and you see all the energy that they're able to control, and you like that. All three of them, you're chasing them all because they're not chasing you. You know what I'm saying? It's you're chasing them. And when you realize what you're actually looking for and what you're actually wanting, not haphazardly just, you know, going with the flow and hope for the best. You don't want to be doing that, and that's why you're suffering so much. And so slow down. Pay attention to the cues. Find somebody that you trust, that you can hear them. Because the problem is your world is so chaotic, you can't hear, you can't see. You're blind and bumping into all the walls and being frustrated and upset and angry because you're bumping into all these walls and you're not getting any progress. To do that, you have to trust certain people that you can see are living a little bit easier than you are. Okay, what do I need to do? Use your brain in what you see. Pay attention to how they handle their problems. Begin to emulate that kind of a lifestyle. I know you don't like authority. Everybody really doesn't like authority, but authority can be good. Parents can be good. Parents can be bad, but parents can be good too. They can help you. So that's the kind of energy that I would express to the male. Pay attention to other people and how they're handling their lives, and take some cues. Start to emulate them. Bring them their type of lifestyle into your lifestyle. And you're like, I don't want to. I'm always having to respond to somebody else because you're not stepping up to do the things that you know you need to be doing, but don't want to, or have the energy because you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Whatever the case, uh, that's that's why I'm doing this, because I do see people hurting just for the lack of knowledge, just for not paying attention to what's going on. Everybody usually on the lower rounds, the female and the male, they always want to take it personally. Well, you're just doing this because you don't like me, or because of this or that. It's the way that things are falling down that they have to respond the way they're responding, because they're in the same boat you are in. They are just handling the waves a little bit better than you are. So that's my message for tomorrow. Take care. Good luck. God bless. Bye bye.